Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's Wednesday, June 1st. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Starting today, Thai nationals can enter Thailand without going through the Thailand pass system, while tourists will still have to register. At the same time, bars and nightlife venues in 31 provinces nationwide will be allowed to reopen fully, although alcohol can only be served until midnight. Today is June 1st, meaning entertainment venues, including bars and nightclubs, can reopen in the 17 blue provinces and 14 green provinces, 31 areas in total, including Bangkok and here in Phuket. However, in Chiang Mai, the deputy governor stressed that only entertainment venues that meet the province's criteria and are permitted by their Provincial Communicable Disease Committee are allowed to reopen. Also today, Thai nationals can skip the Thailand pass system altogether to enter the kingdom. Meanwhile, foreign arrivals must still register through Thailand Pass and enter their passport details, certification of COVID-19 vaccination, and proof that they have an insurance policy with coverage of no less than $10,000. Foreign expats under Thailand's national healthcare coverage are exempt from this requirement. Upon arriving in Thailand, all travelers will go through body temperature check and must present the required documents like passport, proof of vaccine to immigration and health control officers. Vaccinated travelers will be allowed to enter Thailand and skip RT-PCR testing. Unvaccinated or not fully vaccinated travelers must have uploaded proof of negative result from RT-PCR test or professional ATK test within 72 hours of travel via the Thailand Pass system, and they'll be allowed to enter and free to go anywhere in the kingdom. Unvaccinated/not fully vaccinated travelers without this negative test result will be required to follow public health instructions by health control officers at the point of arrival and may include RT-PCR testing. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. 8 years in prison. That's the punishment a British national is being sentenced to for not only killing and dismembering a 27-year-old woman, but for stuffing her in a suitcase and tossing her into a river. 51-year-old Shane Kenneth Looker had originally been sentenced to 16 years in prison, but because he confessed to the crime, the Kanchanaburi court reduced his sentence by half without suspended jail term. Looker was seen leaving a Bangkok go-go bar with 27-year-old Lashami Manochat on November 1st, 2014, and entered a hotel together. He was the only one seen leaving the hotel the next day, and reports at the time cited a bellboy who stated that his large bag was heavy and took 2 people to carry it. Days later, on November 6th, Lakshmi's dismembered corpse was found washed up inside a suitcase loaded with stones in the Maeklong River. Looker's DNA was later discovered under her nails. It was a few years before Looker was actually detained, as he had been laying low at a holiday home in Hua Hin and then fled the country before he was finally arrested on the party island of Ibiza in Spain, with Spanish police acting on an international arrest warrant. This happened in 2017. It was a few more years before he was finally extradited to Thailand, as he fought a long legal battle claiming he would be subject to inhumane treatment here in the kingdom. He was finally extradited to Thailand last July after Thai authorities gave assurances he would not face the death penalty. Along with serving an 8-year prison term, Looker was also ordered to pay compensation of just under 10 million baht plus interest to Lashami's mother, as well as 2 million baht plus interest to the murdered woman's daughter. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Days after the army tried to blame smugglers and drug traffickers for last week's attack on a marine police station in the deep southern province of Narathiwat, one of the top insurgent groups in the area, the BRN, they've come out and taken responsibility for the attack that sent 3 people to the hospital. The Barisan Revolusi Nasional Melayu Patani, or the BRN for short, a Muslim separatist movement in the deep south of Thailand, they've claimed responsibility for the May 25 attack in a message posted on their website on Tuesday. Last Wednesday's attack saw militants throw pipe bombs at the Marine Police Station in Narathiwat's Tak Bai district, and they also opened fire with assault rifles in a 3-hour-long attack. They also felled 7 power poles with bombs and also scattered tire spikes on the road near the station to block any attempts of reinforcements reaching the area. 3 people, including 1 Marine Police private and 2 defense volunteers, were sent to a local hospital with injuries sustained in the attack. Days after the incident, the commander of the 4th Army responsible for the deep southern region, he claimed that the attack was most likely the work of smugglers and drug and human traffickers upset over recent crackdowns on their illicit trades. But on Tuesday, the BRN posted a message that stated that the attack was, quote, the work of BRN fighters who launched an attack on the oppressive Siamese Thai soldiers in the area and destroyed their vehicles. The BRN had been engaged in peace talks with the Thai government earlier this year to end the southern insurgency, which has claimed the lives of over 7,300 people since 2004, with southern separatists calling for the creation of a sovereign Muslim state independent of Thailand. The peace talks had been mediated by Malaysian officials, and during Ramadan, the two sides had agreed to a ceasefire, with the Thai government allowing ex-Muslim separatists to visit their families in the 3 southern border provinces from their hideouts in Malaysia. It's unclear if peace negotiations will continue following this latest attack. For more, visit the link in the description. The 285-bed field hospital at Phuket Ratchavat University has finally closed after just over a year of operation, in which they provided care for just over 3,000 COVID-19 patients. The PRU Field Hospital in northern Phuket town opened in August 2021 and saw 2 major halls available, together providing 285 beds with a common area in 2 zones. It provided care for a total of 3,195 COVID patients suffering minor symptoms. But now, the Phuket Provincial Public Health Office Deputy Director led a small ceremony to officially close the PRU Field Hospital on Tuesday. It comes less than a week after the Sapan Hin Vaccination Center on the outskirts of Phuket town shut down. Out of the 5 vaccination centers that were open during the COVID pandemic in Phuket, only one, the Phuket International Airport Vaccination Center, remains open. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Authorities at the Phuket airport are reporting that emergency drills simulating an oil spill and fire near the runway have been successful. The training exercise began at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, with the airport general manager overseeing the operation. These drills take place 4 times a year at the airport to make sure firefighters in the area are up to speed with their skills. The flame brought black smoke billowing onto the runway, with firefighters able to put it out within seconds. Other emergency and medical teams joined the action, providing help and care to volunteer victims during the multi-day drill. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. And that's it for this edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Join us again tomorrow on Thursday. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.